Welcome to the Glacial Drumlin State Trail. So this trail is really long. It's 52 miles one way, so that would make for a 104-mile round trip. There is no way I'm gonna be able to do that, so this is one of those trails I'm gonna break up into segments, and we're gonna be checking those out hopefully sometime this spring. Good afternoon, everyone. I am coming to you today from the city of Waukesha, Wisconsin. It is at this location, the EB Shurts Environmental Education Center, where we will begin the Glacial Drumlin State Trail. This time we're starting it from the Waukesha side. Today we're going to go about 20 miles down to the city of Sullivan, at which point we're going to turn around and start heading back. And then the plan for tomorrow includes doing the section between Sullivan and Lake Mills, as we've already completed the section from Cottage Grove to Lake Mills last year. This trail right here is the Fox River Trail, not to be confused with the Fox River Trail in Illinois, and also not to be confused with the Fox River State Trail, which starts in Green Bay. So it is at this location. We're going to be headed towards Sullivan. The exact eastern end of the Glacial Drumlin State Trail in Waukesha doesn't really have a trailhead, so this is the trailhead, which again, Fox River Trail right here. We're going to head down this way on the Fox River Trail until we run into the easternmost section of the Glacial Drumlin State Trail and then start making our way west. Here's a map to put this all in perspective. We parked over here, and the eastern end of the Glacial Drumlin State Trail is here. Okay, so right here is the eastern end of the Glacial Drumlin State Trail. As you could see here, there really isn't a place to park or anything. That's why they have you start from the Fox River Sanctuary. Again, this is the Fox River Trail, continues on this way. I'm not exactly sure how long this trail is. It's something I'm going to look into for a possible ride in the future. But it's at this point where the Glacial Drumlin State Trail meets the Fox River Trail. And so we're going to be heading down this way, heading west on a 20-mile adventure, and then make 20 miles back. Back at the Fox River Sanctuary, there were restrooms. There's a variety of other stuff, but we didn't really check it out much because there was a bunch of kids there. As I understand it, from the eastern side of this trail, the first 13 miles are paved, so that's good. The portion from Cottage Grove to Lake Mills was not paved, so this should be good. As you could see here, the quality of the trail is really good. Nice, smooth, nice and wide. So far so good. Okay, so we're only 0.9 miles into the ride. We've hit the first trailhead here. Looks like there's a pay station. This is one of those trails where you have to buy a trail pass. Looks like they have a picnic table, drinking fountains, but no way of parking your car. which is why I guess they recommend parking back at the Fox River Sanctuary. Okay, so right at mile marker 3, there is a trailhead here, which you have access to trail parking, a park. There's sheltered places to eat, picnic. They do have restrooms here. Looks like they also have a bunch of soccer fields. Welcome to Wales, Wisconsin. Another trailhead here at this point on the trail. This building here is restrooms on both sides here. They have a drinking fountain, sheltered picnic area. You could also pay for your trail pass over here. And it looks like they got some bike tools over here right by the playground. Okay, we're 7.3 miles into the ride per the bike. I'm not exactly sure what mile marker we're at. We didn't start exactly at mile marker 0. So at this point, the trail condition is really good. The bathrooms are spaced out pretty well for about 7 miles. So we're just going to make our way headed west. Welcome to Dousman, Wisconsin. There's another trailhead here. As you saw, we stopped over at the gazebo over there just for a quick lunch. Looks like that there are restrooms over here, but they're not open yet until summer. So the restrooms at Village Hall were open. So as long as Village Hall is open, you should have access to restrooms right over here. So looks like this is like the downtown Main Street right here. And we have a bicycle shop right here called the Bicycle Doctor. So I'm always a fan of seeing bike shops on bike trails, especially long ones, just in case you have an issue, they might be able to help you. So it looks like they got some picnic tables here, a drinking fountain, but not much else. So we're just going to continue making our way west towards Sullivan. Okay, so just after mile marker 13, as you saw, the paved section of trail ends, and now we're on a crushed limestone here. So it's going to remain this way, I believe, all the way to Cottage Grove. But for the purposes of this ride, we're just turning around at Sullivan, which should be in between 6 and 7 miles from here. Welcome to Sullivan, Wisconsin. So we've made our way just past mile marker 18 to Sullivan, Wisconsin. Trailhead here. They have restrooms here. Looks like they have a drinking fountain, picnic table. They might have a pay station here also. So that's it for this section of trail. So now we're just going to head east back towards Waukesha, make our way back to the car. And then tomorrow morning, we're going to start right from this parking lot right here. And then we're going to continue heading west and go all the way to Lake Mills. Once we make it to Lake Mills, we will have completed the entirety of the Glacial Drumlin State Trail. Okay, so as I mentioned, we're just past mile marker 18. With the incidental riding and the fact that we didn't start exactly at mile marker 0, my bike says 19.6 miles to get to this point. The paved portion of this trail is in really good shape. I'm really impressed with that 13-mile stretch. There's a couple of spots where they could definitely fix it up a little, but other than that, the trail's looking really good. The crushed limestone portion of the trail is also really good. I can't really complain about the quality of that. It's exactly what I would expect based on other Wisconsin state trails that I've ridden before. And now we're going to go about 19 miles that way back to the car. Okay, so this is the Glacial Drumlin trail headed east. Right here is a trail intersection. A trail continues on this way towards Delafield. Looks like Lake Country Trail. Now, if you were to look at the map of this trail, it says that there's supposed to be a restroom right here. They don't really have much here at this crossing. They have a pay station for paying for the trail fee. But at this point, there is no restroom here. It's likely seasonal, and although this is, what, the 11th of May, apparently this early in the season, there's no restroom here. So I don't know if there's gonna be a restroom here in June or July or August or whatever. According to the map, there should be, but in almost middle of May, at this point, there isn't one, just as an FYI. Okay, so we've made it back to Wales, Wisconsin here. As always, when given the opportunity, let's take a moment to recognize Old Glory, waving in the breeze, as she should. So 39.2 miles later, according to the bike, we've made it back to Waukesha, right at the same trailhead that we parked in. So again, parking lot, got over here, and they have the restrooms over here. I don't know exactly what the inside of this building is. On the map software like Google or like All Trails, they say that this is the Fox River Sanctuary. So, but I haven't seen any signage yet to indicate that that's what it is. But as far as that section of trail between Waukesha and Sullivan, I'm impressed with it. It's really nice. I like that 13 miles of it are paved and it's nice and smooth almost the entire way. And even when you get into the crushed limestone, it's nice and packed down so you're not sliding through. The trail was nice and wide. And I can't wait to see what the last section tomorrow brings us between Sullivan and Lake Mills. So interested in checking that out. That'll be a similar 38 to 40 mile ride tomorrow. But for today and from Waukesha, Wisconsin, I'll catch you on the next ride. Do you have a trail recommendation for me? Let me know in the comments below.